Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about this new raid event versus Dragon Ball Super BROLY. Now, this raid event actually is going to work a little bit different than the raid events we've had in the past, because in this one, you don't get the medals, so these Courageous Battle medals, you don't get these from just after the raid is over. You actually get these during the raid event. Prior to this, the way you got these medals was, I think it was as long as you participated in the raid one time, you got the rewards that they handed out after the raid was over. I think usually we would get 20 medals, and then you would go into the exchange shop and you'd obviously exchange them for whatever you want. The way it works now is if we actually go to the event itself over here, and we go into the event here, the rewards, you can actually get these to drop just by doing the event, right? So instead of the individual rewards dropping from the event, like, you know, erasers, you have Zenkai souls, whatever else would drop during here, you know, bells, erasers, the medals drop, and then you can just take those medals and go to the exchange shop over here, and in the shop you'll have here, obviously you exchange the medals for other rewards. So I think this is a more dynamic way to do this, because instead of hoping and praying that you get the right drops, you can just, you know, choose what you want with the medals right away. There's upsides and downsides to this. The big downside to this is, like, obviously you're only restricted to the amount of times you can exchange these items in here. So obviously the maximum amount of platinum coins you can get is 3. The maximum amount of erasers you can get is 30. And so on and so forth. So for souls, like, this is what I recommend people exchange for, obviously after the chrono crystals. Like, get the chrono crystals first, and then if you, I don't know, if you really want the Z power, that's also an option too, right? You can get up to 100 sparking Z power. You can get up to, what is that, 250 extreme Z power. I think the Zenkai souls, if you're somebody who's invested into Zenkai in this game, this is probably where you want to be spending your medals. And then, you know, obviously after the chrono crystals, what is over here? Bells and Zenny, yeah, skip that. So for me, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up getting this reward, because I'm collecting all the PvP messages, even though I don't really use them. And then right after that, I'm probably going to go back to souls, and I'm just going to start getting all of these souls. I don't know how often the medal drops. Is it every single time? I'm not sure. We're going to go through the event right now and test it, but let's go back over here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see, raid event. Oh yeah, and also another thing is this raid event has way more health than the older raid events. So obviously BROLY, what is that? Like 361 trillion health, is that what that is? So yeah, now the battle characters that you want to use, there's a lot of bonuses for this one, way more than the other times we've had raid events. Just want to go quickly through what the bonuses are. So movies, Gogeta, BROLY, Goku, Vegeta, any of those characters are going to do extra damage. This is the new blue Gogeta. This right here is the new Dragon Ball Super BROLY, so both of those are great options for this. I think Gogeta is probably a little bit better just because BROLY, the enemy, is purple, and Gogeta, obviously being yellow, is going to have natural type advantage. And then this one right here is the old transforming Super Saiyan Gogeta, you know, the blue typing one. So he's actually pretty useful for this as well. Then you have every color that pretty much isn't yellow also getting a 50% extra boost as well. So I'm going to obviously use Gogeta here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use another character that I think could be good for this. And I mean, there's two options that I think come to mind for me. One is DKP, because he obviously has card draw speed, and it's going to let you get the Rising Rush faster. And then the other one, honestly, is you could even use somebody like Yellow God Vegeta, who I think is more accessible to most players. He's been on a million banners. He's, you know, pretty accessible at this point to a lot of people. So he's a good option if you want to leverage that and you don't have this blue Gogeta, or you don't have, you know, Zenkai DKP. So we're going to go ahead and jump in with this Gogeta real quick, and we'll be right back as we get into the first, test run here. All right, so I actually found another God Vegeta, so this is going to be a good, I guess, example from both ends here. All right, how much damage do we actually do? Let's see. He only has 40 health bars too, which is actually not a lot. Some of the other raids we've seen, the enemies have like 100. Okay, yeah, this is very easy. Obviously, I have a 14-star Gogeta, so it's easy for me to say that, right? But Rising Rush, I already have my Rising Rush. Looks like the shield doesn't last that long. We're going to pop this, and I'm just going to immediately go with my Rising Rush here. Let's see if we can just kill him without having to match up the Rising Rush with the ally here. Let's go Blast. How much is this going to do? Is this going to kill him? Probably not. Okay, well, he guessed my rush, of course. Even in this mode, I get my rush guess every time. Okay, let's see if he uses his rush. Nah, he didn't. All right, well, I mean, that was a lot of damage we just did right there. I think if both players are using the Gogeta, this guy's going to die in like 2 seconds. Let's just use this. I don't want to use my ult because I don't feel like LFing BROLY right now. All right, there's his rush. We'll just go with green. This is very quick. How long did this take? Like a minute max? So, all right, let's see what kind of rewards we get. How many medals do we get for one clear? Yeah, this literally took a minute, like basically. All right, let's see what we get. Is it 1 medal, 2 medals? I don't know. We get 1 medal. Okay, so it looks like you get 1 medal per win. It took me like a minute to clear that. So, I mean, this shouldn't take you that long to do at all. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to change up the character here. I think the bench is actually still fine for Yellow God Vegeta. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to... where's God Key? God Key down here. We're going to take this guy. We're going to swap him for Vegeta. I don't really know what equips to you. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to think too hard about this. We'll just pick like... I don't know. Let's scroll down a little bit. I guess we'll go for this. We'll go for this. And we'll go for this. All right, that's fine. Let's go with God Vegeta, and we'll see if we can, replicate what we just did in the same amount of time, or how much longer it takes. That was about 1 minute and 10 seconds we just took with Gogeta. So if we can do that in a similar time with God Vegeta, that's going to be perfectly fine. All right, so I'm loading in with God Vegeta, and this is actually kind of reversed because I found a Gogeta friend. So here we go. Let's see how much we actually do with Vegeta here. All right, it's obviously very noticeably less damage, but it's still not bad. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We'll do this, we'll do this. Pop this. I'm trying to get my rush. He already has his, huh? Come on, give me some Dragon Balls. If we both pick Blast, are we gonna take him down? Honestly, probably not. Yeah, this is probably not gonna kill. I'd be surprised if this kills him. It's a lot of damage, though. We almost got him. I mean, okay, so we took him down in 1 minute and 10 seconds with us using Gogeta. And this is honestly pretty similar. Like, this is not slower. This is about the same exact time. In fact, this might be a little bit faster. All right, well, he's going for the LF. Obviously, that's not what you want to do. I guess we'll watch the LF together. But... honestly, if you get like a Gogeta friend and you're using God Vegeta, you're gonna pretty much be doing it in the same time that it took me to do it with my own Gogeta. Obviously, the best possible setup is having 2 players use Gogeta, in which case you probably don't even need to both use a Rising Rush at the same time before the first shield goes away to kill him. So, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty easy raid. Again, you get 1 medal. Oh, actually, you can get up to 3? Is that random? I guess it is random. If you can get 3 medals per win, that's a lot. You can get so much stuff from that. Okay, so I guess it is random then, depending on how many you get. Okay, let's go take a look at the missions real quick, and then I guess we'll wrap this video up. Going to be a bit of a shorter one because there's not really much else to talk about for the raid event. So I think, what is that? You can get up to 15 medals here. So as long as you finish this 10 times, you can get all the medals. It's very fast. That's literally going to take you 10 minutes because you just saw it took me like a minute per run. And again, the exchange shop, we'll take a look one more time before we wrap this up. If you can get 3 medals per run, I can already buy 100 crystals. Like, that took me 15 minutes to get through this explanation. Actually, less. This is like 10 minutes. And again, every run takes you like 1 minute and 10 seconds. So overall, very, very easy process. Just use one of the characters I talked about in this video. Obviously, if you have Blue Gogeta, use him. Zenkai Demon King Piccolo I feel like is a good option because of the card draw speed. Always the best possible thing you can do for these raid events or co-op events is card draw speed is very beneficial. Or you can use God Vegeta, who you just saw actually did a pretty decent job as well. So that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.